Right, Nation. Really appreciate each and every last one of you all. Thank you all for being part of this thing. Hey, everybody know that when the Cowboys have news out there, every major media outlet is going to speak their mind, right? I'm out of town, and it's wonderful being able to go out of town here and there, but and on the other end of it, when you go out of town, you miss a lot of little small news. News is that Ezekiel Elliott was on a plane heading back to Dallas, right? Let me just do a quick story time. When I graduated from college, I was offered a job with Toshiba. Wonderful company, man, to work for. It was a mixture of, forecasting, budgeting, but the main game was actually sales. You had to wear this three-piece suit, and you had to go door to door from floor to floor. I was looking like the guy from the movie Pursuit of Happiness, walking around with this Toshiba equipment. And it was like, time machine. And getting out of college, with a $45,000 base salary, you're thinking that, hey, $45,000 is a lot of money for me right now. I don't have a family. All I got to do is feed myself. The commissions was off the roof. It was like, hey, it was a wonderful job. And I will never forget the sales manager of that particular company was like, hey, all right, after you budget and forecast, it's cool. It's all good to have these things out there. It's good to have these contracts out there. But I need ink on paper. I want to see the results. And that's where I get this saying, everybody have reasonings, but results are what matter. Meaning that I want to know, can you get the deal done? That's all that matters. I don't care what you budget. I don't care what's out there in the forecast. I don't care at all. I want results. And that's what he was saying. And it didn't hit me until I got older. And I realized that, look, a lot of things can happen out there. We can see a lot of joy of, hey, this guy's on a plane, or this guy is showing us this on OTAs, or this guy is showing us that during the training camp. Everybody have reasonings, but results are what matter. And to make a long story short, in Mississippi, with a three-piece suit going from door to door, from floor to floor, anybody who knows B2B, business to business, and willing and dealing and learning how the procurement section work, learning how people can be hard-nosed and getting around and beating around the gatekeeper. Those who know in sales, getting around the gatekeeper, you have to be very, very, very charismatic, because you gotta have that type of suave about yourself to get around that gatekeeper. And I'm not just saying here's a bucket of pencils or pens. You have to say, hey, you have a beautiful smile. You know what I mean? Cowboy Nation, you guys know how it goes. The gatekeepers are always rough. But hold on, let me give it a little coffee break. Neither here nor there, Cowboy Nation. We love to hear news of Ezekiel Elliott being closer to Dallas and things like that, because in Cabo you just really don't know. And then we can get an actual picture of him versus a picture that's floating around, saying that he's shredded or what have you. I'm with this belief right here, Cowboy Nation, that Ezekiel Elliott, he's going to play in this 2019 season. And I already had my thoughts about, hey, you got Tony Pollard, TP, and Ezekiel Elliott on the field at the same time. I'm going to go back and I'm going to repeat what I said earlier on my previous video. If people love the fact or the notion or the inkling of thoughts of Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara, you can love the fact that you can have Ezekiel Elliott, who is a better light years ahead of Mark Ingram, in my opinion. And you have the TP, Tony Pollard, who is in the, I'm not calling him Alvin Kamara, but who can run similar to Alvin. Not saying that he's Alvin Kamara. Don't get my words twisted, Cowboy Nation. But I like that. And then I like the notion as well as you have a Mike Weber out there. And you have the Darius Jackson. So if we look at this whole collective picture of the Dallas Cowboys, the wide receiver core looking good. I'm not worried about him. What's the kid, number 19? I'm not worried about him. What's his name? Man, tip of my tongue. Amari Cooper. you know, time lapse in my mind. But Mari Cooper, I'm not worried about that. He's going to be out there. Not worried about that. But I do like to see the growth factor with my boy, number 13, if you know what I mean, Gallup. Boy, he's going to be galloping into the end zone. And then I do like the fact that the other kids are showing their growth and things like that, like the Randall Cobbs. He's showing his growth with this system. And I know that I love experience, and the experience is going to just be contagious, and it's going to help out everybody. Oh, did I mention Travis Frederick? Yeah, Travis Frederick is out there. But what we got to look at too is that don't worry about the Tyron Smith, and don't worry about the Zach Martin and those boys. Don't worry about that. Don't be too worried about these things, Cowboy Nation. Everything is going to work out to its good. So, like I said, everybody have reasonings, but results are what matter. And I'm thinking that with my mind, Ezekiel is going to play this year. He's not going to hold out the entire year. That's the reality. And my guy Cooper, he's going to be out there, number 19. And then on top of that, the marginal growth of this team of picking up. Just marginal. Think about this. Just think about this. If we were to average one touchdown more than we did last year, we'll be top 5 in offense. So don't think it's crazy for this team to be able to do that. They're going to be able to do that. Real talk. All right, Cowboy Nation, post me your thoughts, post me your concerns down below. List them. Put it out there in the atmosphere. Don't be coy with it. Put it all down in the chat box, or however you are, wherever you guys are at watching this thing. Put it down, whether you're on my Facebook, whether you're on my YouTube page, or whether you're on my gram. Put that information down below. Put your thoughts down there. I need it. And for those that's on my Facebook, or for those who just joining in on my Facebook, there's a thing called review. I want you guys to leave me a wonderful review, whether it's good, bad, or happy, or sad. Because those reviews are good feedback, so that the Facebook algorithm can figure out, okay, this guy is worthy of putting his content out to other portions of Facebook. And if you're on my YouTube page, you guys know what to do. Hit that thumbs up. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Zeke! Go Cowboys, baby. All day, every day, baby. You see it. Silver and blue to the day I die. Shout out to you all. We out. Peace. We out. Oh, for transparency, I got fired from that job. I lost that job. And it was a blessing in every lesson. But remember, everybody have a reasoning, but results are what matter. And once you learn that, boy, you can go far. And that's the reality of it. That's the reality. It's a blessing in every lesson.